everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about the Division 2 Episode 3. So if you guys haven't seen yet, they did release a trailer for Episode 3, which brings us back to New York City, none other than Coney Island. Now with Episode 3, we do have two new narrative missions that are set on Coney Island back in New York, better known as the center of the outbreak of the green poison that basically turned America into the place that it is now. So if you guys remember from the original Division, this is where it all started with this green poison that affected America. So episode 3 follows from episode 2, where agents were pursuing the bioreactor in the DARPA labs. Obviously the Black Tusk being responsible for this, but however we do run into a familiar face, that familiar face being virologist Vitaly Chernenko. I don't even know how to pronounce that. If you guys know how to pronounce that, go ahead and put it in the comments below and tell me how I don't know how to speak whatever language that comes from, okay? But Chernenko did have ties to the creator of the green poison, obviously Gordon Amherst, and given his skills, could be a pretty good friend to have in your corner. So what we saw from the trailer, basically you're dropped into Coney Island with the new mission brief to essentially fight off an army of Black Tusk, get Chernenko, and extract them. Now as we all know, that does sound super easy, but it does come with some hurdles and obstacles and challenges, so don't think you're just going to drop straight into there, run through it, speed run, and you're going to be all fine and dandy. Now with a new episode, obviously you do get a new specialization, this specialization being the firewall. Now if you do have the year 1 pass, it will be unlocked and ready to go. Obviously you can go ahead and get out there into the world and play with it, but if not, you can unlock it for free. You just got to obviously do some of the field research to complete first before you can unlock the new firewall specialization. So the signature weapon for the firewall is the flamethrower, which seems like it would be pretty handy. It seems like it would do a lot of damage, right? If you think about third person or first person shooters, you get that flamethrower and you can immediately like melt a boss. Think of something like Borderlands 3, but actually what I have seen from people that have tested it or at least have early access is that the flamethrower actually isn't all that great. It doesn't burn down boss enemies like you think it would, and it's only good for up close combat. Obviously it can do some AoE so you can kill multiple enemies at once, but overall looking at this new specialization, you can't sit there and say that, hey, this is definitely like the best one so far. Now it will be interesting to see some builds that you guys do. If you guys have a specific build in mind that you're going to go for with this, obviously go ahead and comment below. That might not be a lot because, well, obviously not a lot of you have the update or have played it yet, but if you have and you've played with the flamethrower, go ahead and let me know. I'd be very interested to get your take on it. Now the firewall does come with a shield and a cluster grenade as well, so maybe that may be something that you guys are interested in as well. Now next, what would be a new update, a new episode without new weapons? So they have 4 new firearms to kit out your agents with. One of these being the Chameleon, which is a vector-based AR with a fancy DARPA developed paint job. The next is the Honey Badger. Obviously, if you guys are familiar with any type of FPS, any type of shooter game, the Honey Badger is always something that is referenced or at least put in there, and is definitely a fun gun to play with. Next, you have the UIC-15 Mod 2 rifle, as well as the G28 marksman rifle. Now with all these weapons, the Chameleon does seem like the most interesting just because its perks stack various advantages upon completion of a certain number of head, body, and leg shots, and it's when these activate that it really starts to motor. So it does have a 150% reload speed buff, which is absolutely insane, especially in a game like this where, you know, you definitely need that reload time if you're fighting a big wave of mobs or, you know, a specific boss. Now the Honey Badger is another weapon that I've seen that people have been talking about. It does have a 2% increased weapon damage for every 5 meters you are from an enemy. So the farther you are away, obviously the more damage it does. I will be interested to see what kind of builds that you guys do. But you know, for those of you that play behind cover, you know, you don't try to be super aggressive, you try to play it out, be strategic, the Honey Badger may be a gun that you guys are going to want to go ahead and try. Now I did mention briefly about the 2 new assignments, but I didn't mention too much about them. So they are the Tens and Central Detention Center. So what the Tens is a nightclub, and basically for this mission brief, you are going to be entering the Tens nightclub in pursuit of the chemist, the hyena's top spice maker, and a True Sons detention center. Now as you're doing these, obviously there will be chances to pick up new loot. It looks like there is a fairly decent amount of loot that you can pick up on these boards or these parts of these maps, and what I have seen is that a lot of people are saying that the level designs for these levels are absolutely amazing, incredible. They are great, they are not boring, they're not just like super straightforward and just which we have seen before. So that is another exciting thing to look forward to. Now, in addition to this, for the update Warlords of New York, there is going to be a new level cap. So the level cap is going to be increased from 30 to 40, meaning that regardless of the gear that you got in episode 2, or that you farmed, or that you put blood, sweat, or tears in just to get, it's going to be absolutely irrelevant. So you're going to have to go back to obviously farming new gear for this new update. Now, for those of you that do collect backpack charms, because which of us adults do not love to collect stickers, pins, and backpack charms, you will be excited to know that you can get a new backpack charm for doing the detention center mission. Now, once you've completed both missions, you will be awarded a burger and a fry charm. Yes, a cheeseburger and a fry charm. Now, I don't know if the burger is plant-based or if it's gluten-free, so if you guys are looking forward to something like that, I am sorry, I don't know the specific details. Again, I apologize, but so this does look like a fairly decent update. You know, episode 3, this is their year-end update for the game. There has been a decent amount of content so far. We're going back to Coney Island. I know that a lot of people are excited for that, so let me know what you guys think. If I missed anything, go ahead and put it in the comments below, or maybe if there's more detail on it, go ahead and put it in the comments below. In addition to that, if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed this wrap-up or this briefing on episode 3 for the Division 2, go ahead and drop a like. Let's go for 5 likes on the video. That's it, just 5 likes on the video. And in addition to that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with the notification bell, so that way as I post daily videos, you do get updates on them and you get notifications for them. Also, I would like to ask if you guys would like to see me post some Division 2 videos. Go ahead and let me know, because I do have quite a bit of catching up to do, I will be honest, but I will go ahead and do that so that way I can get some end game content, how-tos, tips and tricks, etc. out to you guys. If you want it, just go ahead and comment, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.